I give now the floor to Bhutan, to Director General Namgay Wangchuk. His statement will be followed by Pakistan, and then we have Malaysia. You have the floor, sir.
Thank you. Honorable Chairman, Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, I bring to this August gathering here the warmest greetings and best wishes from His Majesty the King, the people and the Royal Government of Bhutan for the success of this very important conference. Mr. Chairman, recent unprecedented disaster across the globe has alarmed all nations, and thus this conference provides a useful platform to engage among ourselves, share experiences, forge partnerships, and strengthen cooperation in our common endeavor to implement the HFA priority. Most importantly, this conference facilitates the discussion on the post-2015 development agenda. Mr. Chairman, Bhutan has been experiencing frequent hydrometeorological and geological disasters such as flood, glacial lake outburst flood, earthquakes, landslides, windstorm, fire, etc. Bhutan has made rapid progress in strengthening our disaster management and risk reduction capacities. Our development policy, guided by the concept of gross national happiness, with its four main pillars, which are equitable and sustainable socio-economic development, environmental protection, cultural promotion, and good governance, have been complementary to these efforts. In line with the gross national happiness concept, we are required by our constitutions to maintain at least 60% of our total geographical land area under forest cover for all times to come. Right now, we have 72.5%. Bhutan has pledged our sincere commitment to HUGO Framework for Action, and I am honored to highlight some of the key achievements made under HFA priorities. Number one, to create an enabling environment for Bhutan, the Bhutanese Parliament has enacted the Disaster Management Act this February. The Act provides the establishment and strengthening the institutional capacity for disaster risk management, mainstreaming of disaster risk reduction, and empowering local communities in disaster management. Two, I'm also pleased to report here that in Bhutan, mainstreaming of DRR has been included as one of the 16 national key result area in the 11th five-year planning guidelines and also in the local development planning framework as well. Three, there is a genuine political will and commitment by our leaders in Bhutan, and we have necessary budgetary provision in the Disaster Management Act and also in the national and local development plans. Number four, Bhutan has also implemented the National Adaptation Program for Action, NAPA, project in the region funded by the LDC Fund on Climate Change Adaptation to enhance the adaptive capacity in preventing climate change-induced glacial lake outburst flood disaster in Bhutan. Mr. Chairman, distinguished delegates, now as we move towards the end of the implementation of the current HFA, we have witnessed some concrete and notable efforts being made by the member countries. We now need to seriously identify issues, gaps, opportunities, recommendations, and then we would like to move forward into the post-2015 development agenda. Bhutan strongly aspires for the post-2015 with standalone goals and indicators for the disaster risk management under the overall framework of HFA 2. Mr. Chairman, Bhutan would like to flag the following issues for inclusion in the post-2015 development agenda. Number one, disaster risk management or risk reduction should be clearly identified as a priority area by funding agency and development partners and needs to be integrated in future development projects. Number two, there should be institutionalized platform for collection, analysis, and sharing of data, information, and knowledge among stakeholders. Number three, it is important to build up the capacity of the least developed and landlocked developing countries to assess their hazards and vulnerabilities and carry out risk reduction and mitigation measures. Number four, we need to promote and sensitize stakeholders on various public insurance schemes by way of disaster risk transfer mechanisms. Number 5, we need to integrate culture, heritage, and indigenous knowledge, values, practices into overall disaster management framework. Mr. Chairman, distinguished delegates, finally, to reiterate the theme of the platform, let us all invest today for safer tomorrow. Now is the time to invest in local action and build safer communities for all times to come. With this, I would like to thank Mr. Chairman and all the distinguished participants for your patience and wish this platform every success. Thank you and Tashi Dele.